Hello everyone and welcome back to my official The GH24 News YouTube channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jason Morgan will advise of a mistake while Brook Lynn Quartermain enthusiasms at Lois Chirulo Carly Spencer will also make Sasha Gilmore Corbin fidget. So let's bandy what's ahead in Port Charles. First, Portia Robinson will tell Curtis Ashford that perhaps it's the perfect time for our armistice, but Curtis obviously wouldn't be interested in making peace with Drew Quartermain. Portia is trying to play along with Drew's blackmail demands, at least for now, but she'll solicitude when Curtis puts up a fight. Next, Emma Drake will admit commodity to Giovanni Gio Palmieri, but he'll smile and suggest Emma shouldn't let her hear that. Maybe Emma will have an opinion related to Tracy Quartermain that Gio thinks she'd disapprove of. Still, Emma just tried to help Tracy deal with Drew outside the Quartermain vault and is easily on her side in this whole situation. Gio should appreciate Emma's support as they continue to bond. Now that Tracy's been arrested, Drew will tease her in the PCPD interrogation room. What makes you suppose that it couldn't be again? Drew asks in Tuesday's exercise videotape. It sounds like Drew will bewail over Tracy Wharf in police guardianship and make it clear that it'll be as numerous times as it takes until she backs down. Over with Sasha, she'll have a meeting with Carly Spencer. That'll presumably involve some talk about Sasha's job offer and whether she's officially going to strike a deal. Of course, Carly may not be suitable to repel some baby daddy talk in the midst of all this. Carly will talk about one thing that makes Sasha's situation different. She might bring up Jason and assure her that he'll step up as a father. Sasha may end up writhing due to Carly's questions and commentary since Michael Corinthos is actually the bio-pater. Carly doesn't realize it yet, but Sasha is carrying her grandbaby. As for Jason, he'll advise someone that he thinks they're making a mistake. Anna Devane let Valentine Cassadine escape, but Jason may have a bad feeling about whatever she chooses to do next. At the Quartermain manse, Brook Lynn will continue to push Lois for answers since she easily knows further than she's letting on about the baby that was given up for relinquishment. Brook Lynn may offer updates on all the chaos that just played out with Lulu Spencer, who discovered Brook Lynn had a son with Dante Falconeri through Martin Gray's case notes. Brook Lynn will wonder what differently Lois has told her about her child, so Lois will land in a tight spot. Although Lois will cover as stylish as she can, she'll be alarmed that the verity about Gio might come out. Lois will manage to keep the Gio news quiet for the time being, but our prognostications point to a far worse dilemma coming up for this uncommunicative grandma soon enough. Eventually, Dante and Lulu will partake some cling moments, but will he reveal what Maxie Jones told him? Lulu was ready to confess her love to Dante before she fell into a coma, so that's been a lot for Dante to wrap his head around. Anyhow, Lulu and Dante will try to work past their recent pressure, so stay tuned to see how important progress they'll make. Drew Quartermain got tricked while Carly Spencer learned a secret and Jen Sidwell offered up a disturbing surprise. At GH, Felicia Scorpio brought James West in after he got a little too audacious by sledding off the roof. James' arm was broken, so Isaiah Gannon and Willow Corinthos comforted him as he got renovated up with a cast. Meanwhile, Drew met with Elizabeth Baldwin about a new sports-affiliated pediatric program. Kai Taylor showed up to talk to Drew about it, so Trina Robinson refocused the Solon out. After Kai met Drew, he suggested any friend of Trina and her family was a friend of his. In Portia Robinson's office, she explained the blackmail situation to Rick Lansing and got advice. Rick wanted a chance to map and prompted Portia to play along with Drew in the meantime. Portia was instructed to keep this a secret from Curtis Ashford and let Drew believe she was surrendering to his demands. When Drew returned to Portia latterly, she assured him that she'd arrange the sit-down with Curtis and help mend their fellowship. Drew was pleased over the news that Portia had putatively come to her senses. In Carly's office, Lulu Spencer offered updates on her discovery in Martin Gray's suite. Carly was floored over Brook Lynn Quartermain having Dante Falconeri's baby boy and heard how she gave him up for relinquishment. Lulu explained how she got evidence on the teenage gestation from Cody Bell and felt Dante should know he'd a child out there. Carly offered monuments from Lulu's history as well as her own to explain why Brook Lynn shouldn't be judged too roughly. Still, Carly advised about all the fallout and complications she could beget if Lulu unleashed this secret. In the end, Lulu made a vaticination about demanding to look Dante in the eyes to decide whether she'd gossip. At the Quartermaine manse, Sonny Corinthos showed up with some paperwork for Giovanni Gio Palmieri to subscribe regarding an educational trust, but Tracy Quartermaine refused to allow it. Lois Cerullo defended Sonny since he'd always helped pay for Joe's education, but Tracy suggested the Quartermaines could handle that now. Dante and Brook Lynn also got tangled up in the conflict. Tracy didn't want Sonny's dirty felonious plutocrat anywhere near Gio, but Gio was easily pious to Sonny and inked the paperwork on the spot. Although Tracy was impressed over Gio standing up to her again, she hoped his Sonny fidelity would come back to suck him. After Lois caught up with Sonny at home and praised him for supporting Gio, Sonny wondered if she allowed. Tracy was right about him demanding to stay down. At Windmere, Natalia Ramirez slogged in on Sidwell and indicted him of conniving a hostile preemption at deception. Natalia also suspected Sidwell was in city because of Sonny, but Sidwell played innocent about everything. Once Alexis Davis arrived after being summoned, Natalia took off. Sidwell dropped hints about having commodity Alexis wanted and eventually opened a box containing a dagger. Alexis will have plenitude of questions for Sidwell soon, so don't miss what's in store. The daily exercise videotape clip just dropped, and suckers are buzzing about the drama that's about to hit the addict. First effects first, the exercise opens with a scene between Curtis Ashford and Mayor Laura Collins. Curtis is showing Laura a review composition dated March that has prints of both Drew Quartermaine and Tracy Quartermaine splashed across it, and Tracy is cutting a large conventional red strip with giant scissors. The composition's cutline says, "Congressman Quartermaine under fire." Laura asks if Curtis was behind this, and he nods, yes, to which Laura replies, "Way to go." Whatever the details of the composition are, it's egregious they not favorable to Drew. Well, there's a lot going on between Tracy and Drew, right now, and this looks like a loss for Port Charles Joe that GH suckers love to detest. Last week, Tracy ordered a check and desist to enjoin Drew from using the Quartermaine name. Drew in retribution transferred his counsel, Martin Gray, to the Q manse to hang Tracy to drop the legal action, as the Quartermaine vault lies on public property and not the Quartermaine estate. Martin advised Tracy that this would turn into a lengthy legal battle as well as the bouleversement of loved bones who have passed. While Tracy succumbed to Martin's demands, and Alexis Davis advised they both sign NDAs, Martin refused to and stormed out of the Quartermaine manse. Monday, March hint that Tracy will be outraged about commodity, and Harrison Chase will arrest someone. It looks like Tracy, Drew, and Martin could get a fight about the Quartermaine vault drama, so will she have the two men arrested? Still, there's a good chance Curtis is in the right place at the right time, if that's the case. Will he find out about Drew's reproach and blunder it to the media? This move may only rankle Drew to avenge, which could make Portia Robinson mighty nervous, as he has some veritably indicting substantiation on her. Suckers may recall, Drew scored the report from Selena Wu that proved Portia changed the lab results of Heather Weber's to keep her in jail. Still, the Solon will be ready to settle the score formerly he's released, if Drew's business gets blurted to the media at the hands of Curtis. On to other General Hospital exercise news. Golden Bachelorette suckers might be agitated to learn that Guy Gansert, the runner-up in Joan Basso's season, will have a guest spot on The Cleaner this week. He'll share scenes with Nina Reeves at the Crimson Services, and it looks like she'll be relatively smitten with his character. Gansert will play Jeffrey, a wildlife intelligencer, but will he serve up some love while he's in the little city? Nina asks him in an exercise clip if he's single, and he replies back, "For the moment." Gansert's drops into PC during the Wednesday, March occasion indicate that The Cleaner is really hyping up this guest appearance from Guy, so could this come a regular gig for the former Golden Bachelorette competitor?